Birthday girl, what have you learned in your 44 years of life?
I have learned in my 44 years of life that life goes on.
That's right, baby.
No matter what happens, no matter who happens, life goes on. None of us are here to stay. And we're just passing through. And whatever you're going through, make sure you go through it. You can't stay stuck, regardless of the circumstances or the situation. You have to go through to get to the other side.
Okay.
So by saying that, I must say, we all gonna go through some stuff. We are all going to have bad times. We were not promised sunny days, happy days. We'll have those days, but we're gonna go through some bad stuff because it tends to make us appreciate the good times. I mean, somebody that has not ever been through anything, that has not ever lost anything, truly I don't think they really understand what it means to respect the process or follow through, push through, because you got to go through, you have to endure. The race is that, I hate to keep going back to biblical things, but the race is not given to the swift, nor to the strong, but to the one that endures to the end. So it doesn't matter what you go through. What matters is that you go through it. You don't stay stuck in your mess. I think a lot of people miss out on awesome things in their lives because they're stuck. I mean, you don't have to have a mansion. You don't have to. This is the project. But when you come in here,
this is home.
didn't you feel like it was home when you walked through the door?
Yep.
It's not about it's the inside. All those cliches, don't judge a book by its cover, or etc. etc. I mean, this to not run on. That's what I learned in 44 years. Life is gonna go on. I don't care what happens to you. I mean, if you die today, they will cry at your funeral, and then people will get up and go about their lives. Now, those that actually miss you and care about you, yeah, they're gonna grieve, but the world is not going to stop. Nothing's gonna stop just because you don't exist anymore, or you're not actually living on this side anymore. So instead of being stuck in your problem, you gotta figure out a way to get through. You gotta push through, and you gotta want to get through. Because I mean, just because we're on earth and not in heaven yet, don't mean we have to live in hell on earth. That wasn't God's intention, not by a long shot. He didn't intend for us to go through hell all of our lives.
Well said.
He didn't intend for that. He didn't intend for that. I mean, we got brains. I mean, of all the creatures, the infinite amount of creatures on the earth, we're the ones that have the ability to think, the ability to design, the ability to create. And all of us have different talents. So, I mean, push through. Get through.
What I'm getting at is what you're telling me, if you ain't never been broke, you don't know how to feel to be fixed. You got to be broke to be fixed.
And you remember, it's a song out. You got to hurt
before you heal.
Before you can heal.
Because if you don't hurt, how you know you're... Yeah.
You're right. I had to go through all those crappy relationships.
What?
I had to go through all of those crappy relationships to learn how to love myself.
Thank you, baby.
And allow you to love me as well. So God knows what He's doing in His infinite wisdom. This is not just for play.
Yeah.
If I had met you 20 years ago, we would not be together because I was not where I needed to be and you were not where you needed to be. When we got where we needed to be, God put us together. That's why our relationship can stand the test of time. That's why we can argue. And 30 minutes from now, we be laying somewhere watching a movie, laughing until it hurts. And it's sad that it's a lot of people that don't get to enjoy that because they're stuck. They're stuck. Life goes on. 44 years, that's what I've learned.
All right. And in your 44 years,
Yeah, man.
or maybe just this year, what has been the most joyful thing that's happened?
The most joyful thing? This year.
Be this year or in your 44 years?
In your 44 years.
Or both.
Actually, learning how to be okay with me.
Baby, how did you find that out?
I was forced in a situation where I had to learn how to be okay. I mean, believe it or not, and you don't believe it, but I did not think I was a very attractive young lady. I never thought I would be in a relationship. I never thought anybody would like me. I thought I was the ugliest thing to walk this planet.
That couldn't be further from the truth.
Mirrors. I didn't look in mirrors. I don't like taking pictures. You couldn't. 30 years ago, she could not do what she's doing right now.
What made you change? What made that change?
I would still do it.
Learn how to love me.
Uh-huh.
See, I was searching for something that I've already had inside of me, and that's why I've been through so much. Because other people saw it too, and they didn't want it to blossom.
Wendy is
That's what haters do.
Yeah. Wendy is one of the most insightful people that I have ever known. She doesn't always get the credit that she deserves, but once somebody gets to know this woman, they're blown away. They're like, oh, I didn't know she was like that. Wendy is multi-talented. People often underestimate her, and she always shows them who she is. And no one can touch her, no matter what. Like, she was the Oprah of our generation. Wendy can make things happen.
I know. The most joyful thing, not just going back to a relationship, but it is meeting this guy to my immediate left. He helped me. Oh, gosh. He helped me realize that I'm a very beautiful woman.
Yes, you are. And I've always known that.
Yeah. And very talented.
Yes, you are.
And he helped me get out of that baggy clothes, sweatshirt. Just, I would have never worn no pants. So you're crazy.
You got legs, girl.
When did I put on my clothes?
You have some legs, girl. And you wear heels, don't you? You wear heels, don't you?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I tell you every day that you look good. You deserve to hear that. Because you do, baby.
and one of the things he always says is, you deserve it. I don't care what it is. He always says, you deserve it. I don't care if it's food, the car, whatever. You deserve it. You deserve it. I mean, I don't care if it's a pocketbook in the store. If I want it, you're like, baby, get it. You deserve it. You know, he always says, you deserve it.
I love you, baby. That's why.
That's what I'm talking about.
He said, you deserve it. I mean, he helped build my self-esteem because truly, for a number of years, I mean, if you grow up never hearing it in your house, you're going to look for it somewhere else. Every psychiatrist will tell you that a daughter is looking for her father in the men that she dates. Now, I wasn't necessarily looking for my dad, but I was looking for somebody to tell me that they liked me, that they loved me, and I wasn't getting it at home. So the first person to show any kind of interest, whether it was good or bad, I jumped on it. Now, just because the saying goes, all preachers' daughters are wild, there's limitations to that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just very much a rumor. I didn't just go buck wild because I also had good sense.
You were very sensible.
Common sense.
Very sensible.
I just, that just wasn't my cup of tea. But I could see why. I've met some people, and they weren't just PKs, just people that have just lived very sheltered lives, and they just didn't know how to act once they got outside of that box of where they grew up in. And if I was never told I loved you by the first man that was introduced to me in my life, then chances are the first person that did, I was going to jump on it, whether I knew it or not. And then it just started a low self-esteem added to that, increased the chances of predators approaching me because they can see the weakness in me. I don't care how well I play it. I don't care how well I talk. I don't care how mean I look. I don't care how, whatever I wore, don't text me, I'll beat your behind up. It didn't matter. They could see that there was a broken spot. The song says it, God, deliver me, 'cause all I seem to do is hurt me, hurt me. Mm-hmm. Predators prey on weakness, and they can see it. Even the quietest, shyest person that don't, quiet as a church mouse, dresses down to your ankles, it don't matter. A predator will prey on weakness, and they see it. It's like a bright spot. They can see it. They can see it. And so every relationship, or what I thought was a relationship, was just horrible, horrible test that God was taking me to show me, look, this is not where you need to be. This is not what you should be. This is not what you need to be doing. You need to be focused on the only man that you need in your life right now. And when he took it all away and I had no choice, I was looking for God, and he was right there the whole time. And I thought God had turned his back on me. He had not.
Never leave you, never will forsake you. Yeah.
God. I knew better. Mm-hmm. I knew better. And everywhere I went, people were telling me, you're not supposed to be here. You have a calling on your life. Yep. You have an anointing on you. Yep. You're not supposed to be here. Mm-mm. And I'm standing running. Yeah, whatever. Let me get the heck away. I'm trying to hit.
Wait, are you talking about when you came back to Macon? Yeah. Yeah. You knew that before you came here, though.
Yeah.
We were told that before we left.
I was about to say it. Before I left Macon, people were saying that. Mm. But I had to go through these little episodes to grow in this area and grow in that area, and I had to go through this to get to this point, so that now, when I see another young lady that's headed down the same path, I'll be like, come here, let me holler at you for a minute. That ain't what you want.
Gone, grown woman. Do your do. Oh, my goodness.
That's really what I'm supposed to be doing. And I am an educator by nature. Yep. I love to teach. I love to... If you can't get it this way, I'm going to figure out another way that you can understand and process the concept of getting whatever it is we're trying to work through. Because I have that kind of patience. That's why I love working with kids. I go to music. Music heals. Music helps. So if that's the way that I'm supposed to reach others, then so be it. Because it's oozing all out of my children. Mm-hmm. Whatever I did not do performance-wise, I feel like God is going to bring it through my children. They can't help it.
Well, then, I'm so glad to know that you haven't forgotten who you are and that you have reminded her of who she is.
That's exactly what he did.
I'm going to cry, you guys.
He reminded me of exactly whom I belong to.
Thank you. Amen to that, sister, brother. Thank you.
He did. He really did.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to get to the place where I would listen to him.
But you're there. That's the point. You are there, and I'm so every time I see you.
I love you so much.
And
because you deserve to help man tell you that, and I'm gonna be the man to tell you for the rest of your life.
You are, and we're getting married.
Okay. Can't do a fast motherfucker.
Yes.
I want to
I
take
hung
care
up
of
my
that.
track shoes, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask y'all this. How long y'all been dressing alike? Every time I see you, y'all look exactly alike. Y'all be coordinating.
I didn't like it at first because I felt like it was doing something to my individuality. But because I like being different and it draws so much attention, I just let them do it. It's fun and it's interesting to see how much we got alike. We literally go shopping and just buy different colors.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I get up in the morning and put on a green shirt, he'd be like, hey, I don't have anything green. So later on that week, we got to hit the stores to find him some green pants or a green shirt. But it's cute. We act like little kids when it comes to the clothes.
Well,
because you're only as old as you feel.
I'm glad to see the smile on her face that you have given to her.
Keep it on now.
That makes me so happy because that's all I've ever wanted. I can't stand anybody that has ever done anything to hurt this woman. From the very day that I met her, I did not want anybody treating her like dirt.
And I feel like that right now. Don't make her cry. I don't care who you is.
Oh, he cannot stand.
See, crying hurt my heart.
Crying to me is not a sign of weakness. I had to learn with my anger issues. That's the way
we
that
process.
I release those
What
emotions.
you breaking me?
But he doesn't like to see me cry. So I try my best not to do it around him. But sometimes I just have to let it go because that's me. That's how I.
You do know that. Wait. You do know that tears are healing, and it helps you to process. It helps your spirit to process whatever emotions you're going through.
It's not that they're making me cry, because you still got that negative connotation with tears. Sometimes tears
get them more. Who in the hell get them that kind of power to make my?
That's the thing.
I will mess them up.
Listen to me. You have a negative connotation associated with tears. Tears, like she said, can be healing. Tears can be from joy, from laughter. Tears can just be from simply not understanding why the world is the way that it is. Tears can be straight up confusion. Tears can just be releasing that emotion at that time. It's not, let me finish. It's not necessarily somebody made her cry and I gotta whoop their butt. Okay,
that's what I mean.
Make that, but that's not the case.
Don't you make her cry.
That's not the case with me. Because I come from a place, a very dark place, where if I got mad, I wanted to hurt things, destroy things. So I had to learn to do something different. I had to learn to take a different approach. I used to curse a lot. People used to, good morning, we're so bleep bleep good about it. That ain't no way to talk. That's not a way to talk. That's not ladylike. Yeah. And that's not showing my talent. First of all, I can speak multiple languages. So
and a vast vocabulary at that.
It's not limited to just cuss words. So I'm not going to keep on. That's not. And then this man does not like to hear me utter curse words out of my mouth.
I don't either.
Period.
I don't either.
You never did.
No, but that don't. No, you better than that. No, I know.
But that was a defense mechanism.
You bigger than that.
If I can cuss, maybe they'll leave me alone and won't really see that I'm really upset at what they're doing.
That make a girl look ugly. And you
I just said all that.
Yeah, you look, baby, you look too damn good.
Look at your cousin.
God forgive me. That's what I've been saying that for.
No.
Yeah, but I don't want you to do that.
But people often think that tears are a sign of weakness.
Well, see, I come from a long ways back, and to make it in the world, you had to be a little stronger. Because if one of them crackers see you cry, you broke, he gonna break you. I got this mother.
But tears are also a sign of strength. I mean, God allows us to cry. You hear about it in the Bible. You read about it in the scriptures. But it like I said, it's to help you process. It's to help you release that energy, that tension.
I wanted to cry when I ate this cake.
And you feel better.
But that's a different cry.
You will.
Delicious. I really wanted to shed tears. I want to cry now because I want some more.
Go get you another piece.
Man, I'm going to save it.
You got enough. Look, you have enough to have one more piece of cake, and then you can save it if you want to. Save it if you want to, but yeah.
I love my girl. I know
That's
I still
awesome.
got a long ways to go.
That's
I'm
awesome.
trying to live the way you live. I got a long ways to go, but maybe I'm willing to take my chances. And I might fall a couple of times trying to get where you want me to be, but I'm willing to take that chance.
Not where I am. It's where God wants us to be.
Okay, though, you know what I'm saying? Because I found God through you.
Because you know,
I had to hear from you.
if you were not following God, I would not be with you.
I know. I prayed to him. That's all we not got to, because I asked him about it, and every time
He said, baby, how do you pray?
yeah.
I said, how do you talk to me?
You know, I found him. I found him. He had left me, I left him chasing a liquor bottle.
Where you going now? In the cold?
Yeah, well, you never give me a chance.
It ain't cold enough.
You ain't give me a chance, man?
No, that was Tasha that got you. Now I'm finna get you.
You won't give me that, man.
No. Too small.
Man, you crazy. I love you, baby. I'm gonna break that record. I'll be almost there, ain't I? I've been asking how far I got to go.
Almost. We just bought that one yesterday. We gotta put some more features in it.
I like
We got
it.
that one on piano.
That's all. All right.
Yeah, because I was thinking the other day, I remember when we were in and all this stuff, and I look at these stuff on Facebook and all the different posts. Girl, I can't remember how in the world we got up at 4 o'clock in the morning and put on war uniform
Youth.
to go.
Youth.
I mean, goodness. That's that Tennessee State right there.
Is that what it was? What, this?
Right here. That medal.
Oh, yeah.
And that trophy was from Southwest High School.
Dang, I never.
To show people, look, I ain't never played with.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying, hold on.
I ain't never played with at all.
Yes, you have been an elite musician since the day I met you. TSU.
Yeah, the wrong day, the last time we was here was Thursday.
That's all right.
My middle child.
Isaiah.
And he's jealous. We was sitting at the house when you called,
Mm-hmm.
and he was trying to listen to the conversation, and he was like, who was that? I said, Tasha. My friend, Tasha. I said, ooh, he look at that.
He'll live.
He'll be all right.
He'll live. Back to some good stuff, though. Let me think. Cause you've been spitting some doggone wisdom over here, girl.
Thank you.
But I mean, that's nothing new. That's nothing new. Trying to think of something whimsical. Something that you aspire to for 2021.
That I'm inspired to do.
Mm-hmm.
I still want my Trinity.
Your Trinity.
Yes, I want my own business,
Oh.
my own school
Okay.
and store. I want them all in one. I have already designed the building. I wrote half of the business plan. It's just getting back to it.
Then that's your mission. I challenge you. What's your goal date? What is your goal date to get started?
Right now, another 5 years, because I have all these other different things going on that need to be done before I can focus.
All right, so then what's the 5-year plan?
I don't have that stuff with me.
All right, February 14th, 2021. You need to have your 5-year plan. That gives you what, 4 months?
Yeah, that's enough time.
5-year plan.
Because I'm done helping everybody else go through school, get degrees, and all this other stuff. Next time I do some schoolwork, it'll be for myself.
Very good. That's all I need to hear.
I'm done with that. And then folks, can you help me with this? I'm like, sure, I'll do it. And then, no appreciation, no thanks. Not that I'm asking for anything to do.
It's brilliant.
Acknowledge the fact that I just helped you. Then you talk about it later like you did it all.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
But we won't talk about that.
I have a lot of haters because of this man right here.
That's all right. They'll live. They will be okay.
They ain't got no choice.
All right. Give me one. Give me one. For the gram. No. Give us some sugar. That's what I'm saying. Give us some sugar.
You just got to smoke it.
Oh, well, never mind. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, you attacked me.
All right. Wait.
When I met her, I didn't know I had cancer. But see, I was still trying to be a man, taking chemo and radiation. Where you get the stomach from?
What he doing right now, he could not do.
Yeah.
He could not even bend over and tie his shoes.
She tied my shoe playing the days. Playing the days.
Just that sick.
I was sick, but I worked there every day. I get off chemotherapy, radiation, and I find her, and she make me feel better. I used to scratch myself out so wild. I used to get to her, and I said, baby, I need unwind. Where I had to hype myself up for working. And I'd be so hyped up when I get to her, and I had to go home by myself. But spending $20 just to get to her every day, I would have spent the $100 every day. Because she was worth every penny.
Thank you for that.
And I love you more today than I love you then.
Impossible.
Yeah, you know, it's Lord every day. Every hour. Yeah, I want to kiss you now, baby. Just hold you. Just what's in me. You my girl. And I'm always gonna be my girl.
Better know.
That doctor told me I had you. He said, look, once I got out of surgery from cancer, she was still waiting on me. I thought I had to die because she wasn't there. And when I opened my eyes up after they had surgery, all I see was white stuff around me, even a white lady with a white suit on. And I asked, I said, what when they air? You know, I was in, what room they had me in there when?
Just you know what they call it? Recovery?
Yeah. And she went through some mess with me. The one time that I was working, the doctor called and said, get to the emergency room right now. I was dying, didn't even know